What happens when one of the world's most stunning supermodels crosses paths with a genuine European prince? Today we're diving deep into one of the most captivating love stories emerging from the intersection of high fashion and royal bloodlines. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the very end because this story has more layers than you could ever imagine. We're talking about Adriana Abascal, the breathtaking Mexican beauty who conquered international runways, and Emmanuel-Philibert of Savoy, a prince whose family once ruled Italy, and for the first time ever, she's opening up about marriage and what it really means to potentially become royalty in today's modern world. The fashion industry has always had a magnetic relationship with royalty, but rarely do we see these two worlds collide in such a genuine and compelling way. Adriana Abascal isn't just any model, she's a woman who has graced the covers of the most prestigious magazines, walked for the biggest designers, and built an empire on her elegance and sophistication. Born in Mexico, she represents Latin American beauty at its finest, with a career spanning decades that has made her a household name in fashion capitals from Milan to Paris, from New York to Madrid. Her poise, intelligence, and timeless beauty have made her more than just a pretty face. She's a businesswoman, a cultural icon, and now, potentially, a future princess. Emmanuel-Philibert of Savoy carries a name that echoes through centuries of European history. The House of Savoy ruled the Kingdom of Italy from its unification in 1861 until 1946 when Italy became a republic. While his family no longer holds political power, they remain deeply connected to Italian heritage, culture, and aristocratic circles throughout Europe. Emmanuel-Philibert himself has carved out his own path, working in banking, appearing on television, and maintaining his family's legacy while adapting to contemporary life. He's charismatic, educated, and represents the kind of modern royal who balances tradition with the realities of 21st century existence. Their relationship has been the subject of whispers and speculation for some time now, with paparazzi catching glimpses of them together at exclusive events, romantic dinners in European capitals, and intimate moments that suggested something far deeper than a casual romance. But until recently, both Adriana and Emmanuel-Philibert maintained a dignified silence about their private lives, choosing discretion over publicity, substance over spectacle. That silence has now been broken, and what Adriana is revealing gives us unprecedented insight into what it means to love someone whose life is intertwined with centuries of history, protocol, and expectation. When Adriana speaks about marriage for the first time, she does so with a maturity and thoughtfulness that reflects her years of navigating the complex world of international celebrity. This isn't a starry-eyed young woman swept off her feet by a title. This is a successful, independent woman who has achieved everything on her own merit, considering what it means to join her life with someone whose identity is inseparable from his lineage. She talks about love, respect, and partnership, emphasizing that any decision about marriage must be rooted in genuine connection rather than the allure of a crown or the fantasy of royal life that so many people imagine from watching movies and reading fairy tales. The reality of marrying into a royal or aristocratic family, even one without current political power, comes with complexities that most of us never have to consider. There are family expectations, public scrutiny, cultural traditions, and the weight of representing not just yourself but an entire historical legacy. For Adriana, who has built her life on independence and personal achievement, these considerations carry particular weight. She's not someone who needs validation from a title, her name already commands respect in her own right. This makes her perspective on the relationship all the more fascinating because it's coming from a place of equality rather than aspiration. What makes this potential union so compelling is the way it represents a modern evolution of what royal and aristocratic families can be. Gone are the days when such families only married within a small circle of European nobility, exchanging daughters and sons like chess pieces on a board to secure political alliances and consolidate power. Today's royals and nobles increasingly partner with accomplished individuals from diverse backgrounds, people who bring their own achievements, perspectives, and strengths to these historic families. Adriana Abascal represents this new paradigm perfectly, a self-made woman from Latin America who could bring fresh energy and global perspective to a centuries-old European house. The conversations about marriage that Adriana describes reveal a couple taking their time, considering all angles, and refusing to rush into decisions based on external pressure or public expectation. In an age where celebrity relationships often seem to move at lightning speed, driven by social media attention and the demand for constant content, there's something refreshing about a couple that values privacy, takes things slowly, and prioritizes genuine compatibility over public performance. They've been seen together at charity events, cultural gatherings, and family occasions, slowly integrating their lives while maintaining their individual identities and careers. Emmanuel-Philibert's perspective on modern relationships and marriage has also evolved significantly from the traditions of his ancestors. He's spoken in various contexts about respecting his heritage while also embracing contemporary values, understanding that relevance in today's world requires adaptation without abandoning core principles. His relationship with Adriana reflects this balance, honoring his family's history while building something that makes sense for who they are as individuals in this moment. He's not looking for someone to simply play a role or fulfill traditional expectations. He's seeking a true partner who can navigate both worlds with grace and authenticity. The fashion world has been buzzing with speculation about what Adriana's potential new role might mean for her career. Would she continue modeling? Would she take on new responsibilities related to the Savoy family's various cultural and charitable endeavors? Would she become an ambassador for Italian-Latin American relations? The possibilities are genuinely exciting because Adriana has never been someone to simply rest on her laurels or accept a purely decorative role. Whatever path this relationship takes, you can be certain she'll find ways to make meaningful contributions and maintain her own identity and purpose. For Mexican and Latin American communities, Adriana's story carries special significance. She represents the global reach and international success that Latin American talent can achieve, and her potential marriage into European royalty would be seen by many as a beautiful symbol of cultural bridge building and the breaking down of old barriers. She's not erasing her heritage or pretending to be something she's not. She's bringing her full authentic self into this relationship, and that matters enormously to the millions of people who see themselves reflected in her journey. The media attention surrounding this relationship also highlights our continued fascination with royalty and the intersection of celebrity and aristocracy. Even in our supposedly egalitarian age, there remains something captivating about these stories, perhaps because they represent a connection to history, tradition, and a sense of continuity that can feel increasingly rare in our rapidly changing world. Adriana and Emmanuel-Philibert's relationship gives us a narrative that's both timeless and contemporary, rooted in centuries of history while playing out against the backdrop of our modern, globalized reality. As Adriana discusses marriage openly for the first time, she's also redefining what it means to approach such a monumental life decision with both heart and head. She speaks about the importance of truly knowing someone before making permanent commitments, about ensuring that values align and that both partners are willing to support each other's dreams and ambitions. These are conversations that every couple should be having, regardless of whether royal titles are involved, and Adriana's willingness to be thoughtful and deliberate serves as a powerful example for anyone navigating serious relationships. The House of Savoy itself would undoubtedly be enriched by welcoming someone of Adriana's caliber, accomplishment, and global perspective. Historic families remain relevant not by clinging rigidly to the past but by evolving and incorporating new voices and perspectives while maintaining their core identity. Adriana represents the kind of addition that could help the Savoy family connect with younger generations, bridge cultural divides, and demonstrate the ongoing vitality of their legacy. Her intelligence, elegance, and proven ability to navigate complex public and private worlds make her exactly the kind of partner who could bring fresh energy to ancient traditions. The timing of Adriana's decision to speak openly about these deeply personal matters also says something about where she is in her own life journey. After years of maintaining strict privacy about her relationships, she's now at a point where she feels ready to share this part of herself with the world. That confidence and clarity come from maturity, from knowing herself fully, and from being in a relationship that she believes is worth discussing publicly. It's not about seeking validation or publicity, it's about acknowledging something real and significant in her life that she no longer feels the need to hide. Looking at the broader cultural moment, Adriana and Emmanuel-Philibert's relationship also represents a beautiful convergence of different worlds and traditions. In an era often characterized by division, polarization, and the retreat into narrow identities, here's a story about connection, about different backgrounds coming together, about building something that honors the past while embracing the future. Whether they ultimately decide to marry or not, the relationship itself already tells us something hopeful about the possibilities for understanding and partnership across cultural and historical boundaries. The reaction from both fashion and royal watching communities has been overwhelmingly positive, with people expressing genuine excitement about this pairing and what it might mean. Social media has been filled with supportive comments, beautiful photographs of the couple, and discussions about what a potential wedding might look like. Would it be a grand affair in Italy? A more intimate ceremony? Would it blend Mexican and Italian traditions? The speculation is endless, but what matters most is that two accomplished, thoughtful people have found each other and are taking the time to build something meaningful together. If you found this deep dive into Adriana Abascal and Emmanuel-Philibert of Savoy's remarkable relationship as fascinating as I did, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now because we'll be following this story as it continues to unfold. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Do you think Adriana would make an incredible addition to the House of Savoy? And don't forget to share this video with anyone who loves stories about love, royalty, and the amazing ways our lives can surprise us. Ring that notification bell so you never miss an update on this captivating romance and all the other celebrity and royal news that matters. So here's my question for you, and I really want to know what you think. In today's modern world, does marrying into royalty still carry the same significance and meaning that it once did, or have we reached a point where love and partnership matter more than titles and tradition?